Hello everybody, how's everyone doing? I'm Ame Gakita. Alright, today we are gonna talk about a recent thing that happened in regards to a Agency Vtuber, Kyo Kaneko. In regards this have been covered by both Khyo, I'm so sorry about your name, as well as FalseEyeD, in regards that they actually mentioned along the line, and they also mentioned the Twitter everything. So for me, am I gonna say the whole same thing again? Oh hell no! So the thing is, right, what you guys have to understand is that we are going to look into the whole point view, like the two sides of the coin. But in summary, the whole situation is just basically Kyo Kaneko say about a joke about plastic surgery and South Korean, and then some South Korean fan find it very offensive, or to the point that it's highlighted as racist along the line. So the thing is, right, we are going to look into quite a few things. We're gonna put up the skill. So guys, put up the skill, and then we're gonna balance things out. Last time I did something similar on the skill, people tend to get a bit confusing. So this time around, I'll be putting up a skill, a physical skill, so that you guys can see point form, see who is right, who is wrong. But I am not gonna be the judge. You guys will be the jury. You guys will see who is in the right and who is the wrong, and then you guys decide again who is correct, who is wrong. I mean, like, everyone got their own point of view, everyone got their own idea. So first thing first, I have to let you guys know that I am not South Korean. I do not come from South Korea. I do not speak South Koreans, and I do not represent them. So that is number one. Number two, I am not defending or assisting Kyo Kaneko. So basically, the skill for me is I'm standing in the middle ground. I'm going to put up the skill, and we are going to see both point of view, and then we'll see, like, maybe they some people might have to phrase it much better, or is it what they mean, what they say, or along the line, and then we'll kind of decide. But if you guys are still not aware what is happening over the whole situation, like the before I start going, I have put out two video links, both FalseEyeD and Khyo, based on their report. So I would highly recommend you guys watch their video first before watching mine. And I don't mind me, you can open up a new tab, watch their video first, and then see, after finishing it up, then you continue my video and we will start. Okay, was finished already? Welcome back. Alright, let's start out on the first skill. So basically, the whole situation start out with based on the report is that Kyo Kaneko, he said along the joke of like I mentioned earlier, is South Korean and plastic surgery. So in a sense, he mentioned like how he's like the way he create a new, like his new model, the way his new model look is similar to how he going to South Korean, no, not South Korean, but like South Korea, to have a plastic surgery. And he mentioned it along, I believe he mentioned along the line of like no leave. So it's like doing no leaving in South Korea because they are well known for it. Well, the thing is, right, so we have to put up the skill that apparent just for the whole situation is that apparently based off Khyo is Khyo some mention along the line that he joked about having a no leave in South Korea, which basically going there for plastic surgery. And the South Korea wasn't very happy about it, so they stated that the joke is very offensive. I'm so bad in English myself. Very offensive, and let's say that they consider it as quote unquote racist. So there's the skill. So we are gonna look into how this whole thing kind of like go down, and is it who is in the right, who is in wrong, who is, maybe we can kind of like decide from here, is it really like Khyo is maybe a bit too far, or is the South Korea just taking it and dragging it into a big drama? So number one is that Khyo actually mentioned along the line that fact that South Korea is well known for plastic surgery. So the funny thing is that he mentioned along the line that South Korea is well known for plastic surgery, and after kind of like looking out into some information myself, it's actually very interesting that if you guys look into Google, they mention along the like South Korea have been known for its globally influenced pop culture, particularly in music, TV drama, and cinema. So I can see why like Korean Wave being a huge team and well known, because if when we come to like Korean drama or variety show or music, the K-pop and their K-drama, it's very well known to the point that even my own parents love to watch a lot of Korean drama back in the quite a long while before they start watching other stuff. So the thing is, right, so it is kind of understandable that the South Korean will be like, hey, we are well known for K-wave, but why are you saying plastic surgery is a famous thing? The thing is, right, based off like what South Korea want to be well known, I'm gonna take it that based off what they seemingly want to be well known is that they wish, I'm gonna assume that they do not want to be well known for plastic surgery. There is quite a few things you guys have to understand. It's either one of these two, okay? It's either they did not want to get well known for plastic surgery, or they mistaken it, like mistaken Kyo Kaneko's son way of saying is that they mistaken it, his statement that all South Korea do plastic surgery. It's either one of these two. So what you guys have to understand is that it's based on the skill that either they mistaken his statement, or is they kind of like do not want to be well known for plastic surgery. I'm not sure which one of it, but I'm actually very lean towards the part that they are more towards the part of they kind of mistake. I mean, like when it comes to translation, sometimes it can be a huge misunderstanding or translation along the line. But I feel like if this is the case, it might be that the joke where he said going to South Korea. I mean, like in the way he mentioned is that he going to South Korea to do plastic surgery. He's not referring that all South Korean people are doing plastic surgery. So it might be along the line that people misunderstand and the joke kind of like went haywire because he take it as a joke. But then again, he did not double down to, like, he said that he's not sorry. Because the thing is that the next apparently he actually doubled down on it is that he is not apologetic. I'm so sorry for every time. He's not apologetic for his joke, and kind of like double down on the fact that South Korea is well known for it, or more like for plastic surgery. Because the thing is, right, I'm actually kind of like doing research into a little bit of research into is it really true or not, and I'm actually very surprised to see that when I actually Google and see like which country had the most plastic surgery based off this website called World Population Views. Plastic surgery by country in 2023. This is just apparently that plastic surgery is actually being done more in the United States as the who have performed the more plastic surgery in any other country, and this is just only based off like the country the statistic numbers. But if we are looking at per capita, which is basically 1 in 10 or 1 in 5 or whatsoever, South Korea actually took the cake because it's actually estimated to be 1 in 5, which means that it's mostly 1 in 5 South Korean people tend to be taking like has or either taken or maybe have a little touch or maybe some sort of plastic surgery that actually go to the like when it comes to the in comparison to population. So in terms of number, yes, North America took the cake, but when it I'm not sure is it if Canada took the cake too, but they say it's United States, so we're gonna take with that with pinch of salt. But on the other hand, if we are looking at the number of population in the ratio part, South Korea apparently took the cake. So we have to understand that as much as there is other countries like Brazil, Mexico, German, Indian, and for some reason Italian and Greece, I'm gonna assume in a way that most people in not South Korea, South Korea do some sort of plastic surgery. I'm not saying, and the funny thing is, right, that might be the reason why a lot of people have the huge misunderstanding, because if you actually look at it, it's like around 20% people doing plastic surgery. But on the other hand, there are also people who is condensing plastic surgery because it kind of like you're not looking into your beauty you are kind of like not appreciating your beauty, your own true self or whatsoever along the line. Like you want to make yourself look like someone else along the line, maybe, I don't know. But plastic surgery, from how I look at it, I have not done it, but I have seen quite a few cases where people saying along the line like plastic surgery is actually considered a confident booster. Like it helps to boost up the confidence in terms of people, the way they think about or they want to do things. Because some people I mean, like, you guys have to understand, when it comes to reality, like in real life, look does sell. Whether you like it or not, I know people are gonna comment, oh man, no, we're not gonna go to that whatsoever. No, the thing is that when it comes to look sell, when you go and look at advertisement, when you look at model, when you look at a lot of poster or cast, the one thing you tend to look would be the look. Does the person have the look of a model, or the person have the look of a... So in the sense is that, I mean, like, if we have been honest, like if you guys ask anyone, like you put an ugly girl with a very nice personality and a pretty girl with a normal personality, and you ask them who will they choose to have as their girlfriend or boyfriend or whichever they want to call it, most people will tend to go for the, like, you don't go and put like the person they have who had the worst personality. Like you just put a 2 picture only and tell them who would they choose as their girlfriend. I can assure you guys that majority of people will go for the pretty one because pretty sells, the look sells. So whether you like it or not, that's one of the reality we have to come across. So I could not assume that people kind of like doesn't take plastic surgery as a thing. So that's the I'm gonna assume that South Korean kind of like don't really like along the line of I'm just gonna assume that they taking that in a sense. What I know it's gonna be some, it's like they taking the joke as racism as it might or maybe it may be taken as all Korean, like I mentioned, all Korean do so. But at the same time, they do not want to so-called be part of it, because like I mentioned, not everyone do it. Statistics show, like so-called, let's say Google results show that 1 in 5 may have done plastic surgery. So I can see why, and the funny thing is that he said that he's taking that he see no racism in his joke. So where does the skill all go about? I know people is gonna say that along these two line point, in terms of point, would be more towards that Kyo Kaneko must be in the right. But people kind of like, when you actually go and if you do guys watch the video in regards to the number of people commenting on like the way they post on Twitter, I was watching the video. I was actually understanding the whole some of the thing. Like some of the comment, like I hate to feel hesitant if I can say this, and I think this is not first time. I don't want to see him mention Korean like the way and laugh about it. Like I mentioned, it kind of like implement along the line that there are some people who misunderstand the joke, and the joke, like I mentioned again, is along the line that he just basically stating that South Korea is well known for plastic surgery. So what he need to understand that maybe this is just maybe that what the South Korea might have actually want to kind of pinpoint is that the joke might, like I mentioned, it's already along the line like it might be referring to like might have mistaken his sentence that all South Korean do it, but it's not all of them. So the joke might actually go along the line that he might be mistaken as might be referring to all. But like I mentioned, it's just along the line like it just but might be just a misunderstanding along the line. But the thing is, right, if you actually go with the line, like they kind of like also I'm very inclined to think along the line like it is very, very likely that they are taking the joke as like all USA people love to eat meaty hamburgers. How true would that be? It's along the line like, do all American people love to eat meat? No. But the thing is, right, I believe that if we actually like associate that, the maybe Khyo have to admit that I mean like along when I was like watching, I actually watched his own clip again and again and again and again and again. What he mentioned was that it's like he's going to South Korea to do no leave. He didn't say along the line like going to South Korea where they all do no leave. So I'm gonna assume that the misunderstanding come from the mistranslation some way, and a lot of people took offense on that without realizing the misunderstanding. So unless someone actually point out maybe just maybe is referring to that sense. But on the other hand, I also can kind of see like if people who took offense, like if they say, oh no, we are very offensive because he's referring like South Korea is well known for plastic surgery, then I'm gonna assume that if that's the case, then you have to kind of like pinpoint like he is pointing that yes, because he's actually doubled down that, oh, South Korea is very well known for plastic surgery, but On the other hand, I can understand why South Korea may not want to be well known for that, because it might also, I mean, like, if you think about it, right, it's gonna cause a lot of people to have misunderstanding that all South Korean people have plastic surgery. So I'm assuming that that is the one thing that South Korea people want to avoid. Like, people, they want to have people not misunderstand that they have plastic surgery or whatsoever. It's that it's only 1 in 5. It's not everyone. So if that is the case, they kind of like going along the line that all USA people love to eat meaty hamburger. Is it true or not? I don't know. Write in the comment below and let me know. But the thing is, right, is I couldn't assume that the way they arguing is more towards that people may understand if they don't do proper research, and that the joke that Kyo Kaneko-san mentioned might actually have a wrong like the wrong interpretation of South Korea, even if they are well known for it. So I mean, like, just like how America is well known for a lot of stuff like hamburgers, or the way they come up with their own version of pizza or weird state food whatsoever. So the thing is, right, most of the thing that those things that are well known in America, it does not reflect every America. So the way maybe Phil the way he interpret as his joke might actually more towards the line like kind of like create misunderstanding. Like, even like Korean E and Phantom feel bad about it and didn't want like the way he say, like, yeah, maybe they kind of like have a misunderstanding. Like, I kind of like very inclined to say that it's a very huge misunderstanding. But the way he kind of like doubled down with even people going along the line of like mentioning it, so I can see why people kind of like saying, like, standing along the line, yeah, maybe there's something wrong along the line. So is it really true? Because it's just basically like, if people, like, if you actually go and search, yeah, when it comes to plastic surgery, yes, South Korea do have that being well known. But is it really like, does Khyo actually mention along the line that all South Korea do so? I have watched it. I don't think he mentioned that. It's just that the way he could have handled it, like, now the skill you guys have to understand is, to me, right, it's just basically balance. Before you guys go and say, oh, I thought you were gonna say who is guilty, who is right, who is wrong. The reason why I say it's balance is because, like I mentioned, there's both sides of the coin that is very weird, but maybe, just maybe, Kyo might have to write like, I would say along the line, like, he can say that I say, like, if he have to admit that he's like, number one, maybe he shouldn't use plastic, like using plastic surgery and South Korea, because there is many world in, like, there is not many world, there is many countries also doing plastic surgery. Putting plastic surgery and South Korea 1:1, it's not really, I think it's not really putting as a compliment. I'm not saying it's a compliment, but it's more towards like associating that, oh, South Korea is well known for that. It's just like telling, like, oh, American people all love hamburgers. I think he has to understand that what he's implement might seem harmless. Like, you guys fan of him or defending him, like, you have to understand one thing. Sometimes what you implement might actually have a different meaning, because a lot of word when we say, we won't know the second meaning until when we realize it. So the way he implement that South Korea, although well known for plastic surgery, that it might be also implementing that all South Korea love to do plastic surgery. So it's that if he actually go along the line, like going to doing, like, I know some people, oh, but you still have to mention South Korea. Like, if you say doing plastic surgery, yeah, I can understand, but I don't think you want to use a specific country. I know, like, a lot of people saying on the, like, yeah, but isn't South Korea well known for their plastic surgery? Yes, based on statistic, I'm gonna give you guys that. But like I mentioned, like I show you guys, USA and other countries do have their own plastic surgery. So I don't think it's that right to actually associate a country with plastic surgery. If not, people might have a misunderstanding that there is no plastic surgery in other part of the world. So would say along the line that he would not, he shouldn't really use South Korea as the baseline. Like if you actually go along the line, like imagine if I going to like the way he said I'm doing plastic surgery in South Korea, or imagine if I want to have a, if like along the line, like I know it's gonna be might still a little bit offensive to some people, but just bear with me, okay guys. Like imagine if I say along the line like I want to do plastic surgery and I had decided to do it in South Korea because it seems that they have the best facility. Then people will be like, yeah, maybe a little bit different. But the way he phrased it, not wrong. Understand one thing, point? Okay, not wrong. But maybe people misinterpret that oh, I want to go to South Korea there to do plastic surgery. Like, yeah, people will be like, yeah, racist. So to the South Korean people, I don't think it's also right for them to pinpoint it as a racism. It's more towards the point like maybe, just maybe, they don't want to get affiliate or associate with plastic surgery. So I can see maybe just they are. I'm not sure because I'm actually very shocked to see South Korea against plastic surgery now. Like plastic surgery was seemingly well known in South Korea at the time from how I look at South Korea stuff. And having South Korean people having a double take on the plastic surgery is a good thing because sometimes you have to take it that yes, you're not using your natural beauty, which is a thing, but on the other hand, you plastic surgery, if it help to boost a person confident, that's a good thing. And if people using plastic surgery for bad purposes, like let's say for example for the frauding other frauding people of money or to scam people with money or whatever, then yeah, we are going against that. So whether you guys like it, that whether do looks sell in this world, you have to understand that maybe we have to rethink about the situation. Like, do we want to say that yes, South Korea is well known for plastic surgery, or is it that we want to go to South Korea to do plastic surgery because they have the best facility in the whole world? Like the way you phrase it might end up having a whole new different meaning. Like because we say that South Korea have the best facility, or is it that oh, because we go to South Korea because that's the only place that you can do plastic surgery? So is that what Khyo mentioned may be actually interpret as what I said earlier, that you can only do plastic surgery in South Korea. That may be what Kyo Kaneko, that might be what might be got the whole racism, the whole drama going into it. So whether am I right or not, that is based off my skill. The reason why I say it's in the middle is that like I mentioned, I'm very inclined to say that this is just a huge misunderstanding. I don't think South Korea is wrong in creating such a thing, because it actually helped me to understand that maybe that it just kind of like it just maybe that South Korea is going towards the point that yeah, we do not want people to think that all South Korea do plastic surgery, because based on statistics it's only 1 in 5. But is it really everyone? We have to take it that yes, it's not everyone now. It's already a fact that it's not everyone. But they also can't take away the fact that yes, South Korea is well known for plastic surgery. But I don't think it's right to indicate that there is only plastic surgery in South Korea. There is plastic surgery in other parts of the world. And I think that people need to understand this point. And I know it's a very long case me of coming out with this skill, the final skill where people still kind of say, hey, it's still bad. We are back to square one again. That's the reason why I'm giving you guys the skill to let you guys understand that as I try my best to not say too fast, because this is a very, very sensitive thing, I know, to some people. But at the same time, I want you guys to understand that this is a thing that do he need to apologize? One, I would say that he do not need to apologize, but he need to understand the phrasing of words can cause misunderstanding. I believe that is the one thing he need to understand. For the South Korea, my advice is that instead of putting it things as racism, they should actually highlight that no, we do not like to be like, we do not want people to misunderstand that all South Korea do plastic surgery. You can take it that we have the best facility, but we not everyone do so. So I think that South Korea should do something along the line. This way people will have no misunderstanding. It's just that using racism just to understand the whole thing is like, yeah, that would be I will actually put the skill a little bit wrong for you guys for who claim that it's a racism, because racism is more towards that insulting the whole race. And in this case, I think Khyo kind of like he didn't really kind of like say insult, but it's more like his phrasing caused misunderstanding that it was mistaken as an insult. That's what I'm taking it. So yeah, I think if you guys kind of like have your own take or your own understanding, just write in the comment below. Let me know how you guys feel about this whole situation. I know it's a very lengthy video, but I thank you guys for watching it. I know I try not to sound very old, but what can an old man VTuber like me do? But with that being said, I hope you guys have a better understanding on maybe just what actually went wrong for both sides. And if you guys think that maybe there is something that you want to add on, just write in the comment below. Let me know. We can discuss it in further details, or maybe a next video. And if you do like this kind of content, don't forget to press the like button. Don't need to press the dislike button if you don't like it. Just go to the history and delete what that you have saw this video, and then you never see me, I never see you. And if you do like to watch all the random chat, just subscribe to my, just press the subscribe button, where I always tend to do random chat where there is no proper trend when I do them. It's always based on what I feel, what I think, and just yeah, it's totally random, okay guys? If not, just chat with me in my live stream. It's also fun. So with that being said, I think you guys have an understanding of how this whole situation, and yeah, maybe we can discuss this next time. If not, have a nice day or night. Bye.